Okay, here we are. We're trying a test memo, kind of a speech or some things I want to say to the students who are currently graduating in 2022. It's a bit awkward speaking to a microphone with no one in front of me, but I have a hypothesis that this message I'm trying to relay to the students will be better if I'd done it in an organic fashion when the mood strikes. It's always better to speak from the heart. So you're about to graduate, are you? Good for you guys. No, truly, I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. You've overcome a lot of trials. You've overcome a lot of hardship, a lot of stress, and hopefully you've pushed yourself to a place that you didn't think you could get to before. A lot of you have now qualified for a bachelor degree in this industry. And that's something to be very proud of. Not everyone has one of those. Well done. You've made it. You made it through your determination and will. You're about to head off into the real world. And while you're there, your mindset might begin to shift. So far, you've been in JMC, college in general. It's really a microcosm, a simulated example of what the real world folks look like. What's the point of this whole speech? I forgot. I just want you to know that it's going to be hard, for real. It makes me think about what really education is. Now that you finished college, is that the end of your education? And some of you might say yes, but I'll make you the argument that your education has not ended. One day, long after today, some of you might have already started. You'll be going on to Seek, Sumia, or LinkedIn, some kind of job website. And you're going to try to find the role that suits what you've been aspiring to. Software developer, game designer, level designer, project manager, who knows? And in those job descriptions, a whole list of different characteristics are going to be laid out before you. The candidate who gets this job has got to have time management skills, has got to know Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, good working with other people, great time management, have an understanding of Scrum and Agile methodologies, etc. Technical and soft skills. And a lot of the time, as you start to apply these jobs, you undoubtedly are going to face a lot of rejection. You're going to get an email one day, and it's going to maybe hurt your feelings. That email is going to say, hey, thanks for your application. Unfortunately, due to a high number of applicants who are very qualified, we decided not to proceed with your application. Please keep a lookout for other job postings. And that's if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, like 95% of you, maybe you won't even receive an email acknowledging your application in the first place. And that's going to be truly disheartening. I remember when I was in that position a long time ago, I thought to myself, damn you teachers, damn you college, you lied to me, you lied to me. I would curse my teachers, curse myself. I was so angry and upset. But the reality is that at the time, given any particular kind of job, whenever I received a rejection, whenever you will receive a rejection, or simply no answer or response to your application, it means one very simple thing. You are not yet the right person. You are not yet the right person for the job. And somebody out there, someone else, they are the right person for the job. brings me back around. What does it mean to receive an education? What does it mean to be educated? Well, I really think that to have an education or to be educated is to continue to develop yourself. To continue to develop yourself until you become the right person, whatever that may be. If you're looking to become a 2D illustrator, you continue to develop yourself. Doesn't matter how big or how small, until you become the right person for that role. In this example, when you do a drawing under your own steam, when you take on a project, when you do some commission work, when you do some doodles in a sketchbook, you are educating yourself. You are taking steps forward to becoming the right person. Now, this is not local only to the confines of your industry either. In all manner of things. What does it mean to become the right person? To become a better father, husband, boyfriend, person, auntie, uncle, service worker, call center employee, sandwich artist, right? We can always work to educate ourselves using the tools that we learn from university. And that's the real secret. At college, while it might have seemed that there was a framework in regards to learning about our subject material, writing essays, working hard on projects, etc., the real value in a formal education comes in the ability to learn how to educate yourself. And that's something that I hope you'll come to realize in time. It might not be obvious straight away, but the key to success is for that lesson to sink in. That's not to be all doom and gloom. No, that's for sure. I don't want to rain on your parade. It's meant to be a very empowering and wonderful thing. After your days at college, after you hand in your final assessment, you can continue to educate yourself. You can continue to be a student of life, studying the intricacies of life all throughout your life. What does it mean to work with other people? That's something that has a lot of relevance forever, really. I just want to say it's been a real pleasure getting to know every single one of you. And I wish you all the best in your lives. There's one thing I might add as well. Something a bit personal and close to my heart. It really stretches beyond the realm of JMC. You've been working so hard, fretting and worrying and stressing about due dates and deadlines, your career, your future, etc. I'll tell you a story. One time I was working in a place called Euclidean Entertainment. It's a very big company, over 100 employees. And I was stressed. I was so stressed. I was put in charge of the game design of a very large project. It was worth over like $1 million. And it was integral to some bigger deal that kind of decided the fate of the company's finance at that particular time. And I was so stressed out. As much as possible, my current CEO, my boss at the time, his name was Bruce Dell, was doing his best to mentor me. And then we had a little bit of a chitty chat, and he outlined some of the hassles that he went through, and I was amazed. He had a big notepad, and in that notepad, he had a list of over 150 things to do. Meanwhile, people would come at him at any time of the day with all sorts of problems. They will say, Bruce, I got a problem here with this, with that. Bruce, I have a technical problem here and there. Or even, Bruce, I'm upset and resentful about this particular facet of the company. Right? Bruce, I need you to resolve this issue immediately. So not only did he have his big list of 150 things to do, he also had to resolve a lot of miscellaneous problems. All the while, Bruce was mentoring me, not only in the ways of video game development and project management, but also in life as well. I was truly awestruck about how this man could handle so much pressure. And I asked him, hey, Bruce, how do you do it? You amaze me. How can you handle so much pressure all at once, just like that? And what he said really stuck with me throughout my entire career. He said to me, Van, this company is only one small part of my life. And I was blown away. This man who was the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, who was in charge of over 100 staff, some of whom, or many of whom, had families that they had to feed, says, this is just one small part of my life. And he was very earnest about it too. Outside of work, he had his own interests, his own passions. He was very interested in education of himself on various different topics. As a very learned man. And I thought, hot damn, I could stand to be a little bit more like this guy. I think the main takeaway lesson is, no matter how difficult work may be, no matter how intense the stress you're under, just remember that work is and should be only one small facet of your life. I was reflecting to myself, and I see it happen with a lot of young people, a truth that keeps cropping up. Of course, everyone has the different values, but this might be a valuable insight to yourself. Something that I've made. The sentiment is, although we might indeed love our work, we might love what we do, we might be so full of passion for our particular role. Although we might love our work, remember that work will never love you back. Although we love our work, work will never love us back. So make sure to invest time and energy into people, friends, people you know that do love you, that do care about you. Make time for the activities that bring you joy, and make sure that you live a rich and abundant life, full of diversity and experiences. Remember, you're more than your work. And I think that is my second key to success. All the best to you, class of 2023. I wish you all the best. Goodbye.